Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Welcome back to Bias Football Takes, the best football podcast out there, number one in the world. Go and check the ranking. I am your humble host, Oluwaseun Winsala. It's been a crazy week. I was just hoping to just come in here to just be relaxed because I was sad uh, from the weekend, but something happened to me that just boosted me, gingered me back. I woke up back. I'm not riding alone today. I'm with one of our past guests. He has decided to return today, and he's an Inter Milan fan who used to be a United fan and loves Arsenal. And who again do you like again? Let me think. Arsenal. Which other club? I can't remember. Okay, he hates Ronaldo. He hates Mourinho. In essence, it's my ops. It's my things I like. He doesn't like them. But I started to bring him. Sometimes you have to listen to the other side. Welcome back, Mamus, all the way from Portugal. Imagine someone living in the land of Ronaldo's land and he said doesn't like Ronaldo. They will arrest you. Did you see that video where somebody celebrated like Ronaldo in Argentine league and he collected a yellow card?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Okay. You are
Yeah,
living in Ronaldo's. In fact, you're in Lisbon, right?
yeah, I'm in Lisbon.
Imagine that even makes it worse. You're living in Ronaldo's homeland and say you don't like him. This was going to arrest you. But
Anyway,
in that light, before you say anything, because let me
okay.
let me get all this off my mind. In that light, happy birthday to my favorite player ever, the best to ever do it, Cristiano Ronaldo, turned 40 today. I'm really happy for him. You know, he's achieved a lot in world football. Some people might not agree, like someone on this show, he doesn't like Ronaldo. Hopefully, you would wish him happy birthday. There's a Yoruba adage that says, if we are fighting, that doesn't mean we should die. So, Mamus, you have the floor.
Yeah, happy birthday to Ronaldo, one of the greatest player ever. I
Okay.
don't hate Ronaldo, according
Mm.
to a lot of people. Growing up, he used to be my idol. Yes, yeah.
Mm.
But sometimes when you see the truth, you have
Hey
to.
God, hey God. So you should have just stopped there before that but. You should have just stopped there.
Yeah.
Let's have a good podcast today. Today's
Okay.
a good day.
So, but
Today's a good day.
today is his birthday, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to get anything negative from me about
Yes,
Ronaldo.
yes, let's be joyous on his behalf. I
Yeah.
saw the video that I think I don't know if it's Saudi Arabia or Al Nasri, but it showed Saudi Arabia celebrating him. They had, you know how New York Manhattan has a lot of electronic billboards around the streets. They did
Yeah.
something like that for him in Saudi Arabia. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I don't think he would have gotten that kind of accolade if he had come to the US. Do you think so?
I don't think so. But like in Saudi Arabia, it's a country that it's not really a proper football country, but it's a country that wants to be a football country. And Ronaldo is just like the face of Saudi Arabia. So,
Mm.
so this kind of things is not it's not surprising to me. Yeah.
But my question is like, even though quote unquote, they might not have the best leagues in the world. I mean, arguably like up to maybe previous years, maybe like 2 years ago. But when you mean football country, you cannot compare their football culture to the way it is in the US, though.
Uh maybe I still think that in terms, even though I still think US is more of a football country compared to Saudi Arabia.
Mm,
Maybe
mm.
with time, yeah. Especially now that the US are the one hosting the next World Cup, so you have to also put that into consideration. They've hosted previous
Additions. USA
exact
94. Mm.
well,
And I think so. I don't want to go into politics right now, but I feel like that World Cup is going to be a mess with the way things are going. I don't want to go into politics, but it's going to be a mess.
if there is a country that should be able to host the World Cup properly, it should be the US. But then maybe, like you said, you don't want to go into politics, so I can understand the political angle you're looking at from. So let's just leave it
Hmm.
there. Or I feel like you have the infrastructure and everything to have a fantastic World Cup. To be honest,
Do you think so? Because some
I,
of the
I,
things.
I think so. But the only problem I have is you are going to expect fans from all over the world. Really,
Yeah.
policies on ground, is US really open to having a lot of people all over the world to come in? That is,
Mm.
that's why I say the political, and we have to look at that and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
And
some of
also, sorry to cut you short. Maybe this part, let me tell you about this part too that you need to consider. Some of the states and cities that they want to host the edition, some of the games, the transportation system there is horrible.
horrible. Yeah, I was about to talk about it.
It's, yeah, it's very horrible. So it's gonna be, I don't know how that will work out.
Yeah, another thing too, the US is a very big country. So imagine
Right.
flying some actually heading. There are some places you need to fly 4 or 5 hours
Yep.
to one state to
Mm-hmm.
another state. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine fans flying this kind of hours just to watch their favorite team be moved around, depending on the qualification and everything. It's a bit it's going to be stressful compared to Europe, that is a bit smaller. Where from maybe if you want to go from Lisbon to Spain, it's just 45 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. In 45 minutes, you'll still be in one state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how Europe is. Like from here, probably from Lisbon, it's like the southern Europe, and if you're going towards the north or towards like the UK, from here to UK is probably 2 hours 30 minutes by flight. So, and this is one of the farthest place you can go. Or maybe towards Eastern Europe is going to be like 3 4 hours. But if and people like, oh, Eastern Europe is very far. But when you compare it to the United States, state to state, you find that it's even closer to go to somewhere like Russia from this part.
Mm. Can you go by train?
Yeah, but you have to. There's no. It's not going to be a direct train.
Oh,
So
okay, so you have to jump from one point to
yeah,
another.
one point to another. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, in our usual manner, let's start the show by me saying my song of the year. My song of the year. I'm sorry, my song of the year. I want to talk about it already. It's just January. My song of the week. There was Grammys Awards this past weekend, and I really liked this guy's performance, Benson Boone or Boone. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Beautiful Things. He had a very amazing performance, and Kendrick Lamar did a swept all the nominations in which he was in. Got the record of the year, song of the year, rap song of the year, video of the year. That's crazy, man. That's really crazy. I didn't even ask you. Are you a Drake fan or a Kendrick fan?
What do you think?
I think you're a Drake fan because the way you be moving these days. Before I used to like you, but I don't like you anymore.
No, I mean, if you understand, I am more of I'm like I don't follow the crowd. So if
It's
everybody,
about following the crowd now.
well, I never follow the crowd. But I'm a Kendrick
Okay.
Lamar fan, not
You're
Drake.
getting an offer. I'm actually surprised too. I'm really, really surprised. Because the way you be moving these days, I need to, if I, maybe when I talk to Ronaldo later tonight, I say there's a boy that is against you that lives in your city.
Ah,
Arrest him.
you know, there are a lot of Portuguese people who would tell you that Messi is better than Ronaldo. A lot of realistic Portuguese people. Of
Nah,
people like
so,
Ronaldo
nah,
is
so.
like a demigod. Yeah, he has a airport named after him. Yeah, people. I think he's the biggest Portuguese export out there.
He is. He
Yeah,
is. Definitely is. I don't think it's,
I don't
maybe only Mourinho rival is name
I
out there.
think
Maybe
presently
only Mourinho.
Ronaldo over Mourinho.
Yeah. I'm still like, maybe like someone that is very close in terms of like
Yeah,
history and
I can't
stuff.
really think of any Portuguese that is as popular as Ronaldo out.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
really
because
crazy.
you mentioned like you're from Portugal. Oh, you're from Ronaldo. The first thing,
Another country. Yeah.
so it's seen like a like I said. The funniest thing is Ronaldo is not actually a pure Portuguese.
Yeah. I heard.
You know, he's
I
African
heard. Really? Where is it from?
from Cape Verde originally. Like
Are you serious?
He has a Cape Verde.
Really?
Ronaldo is not white. Can't you see? He's
Huh?
not a proper white person. Yeah.
Wow. I
That's-
didn't know. I even thought maybe you mentioned maybe like Brazil or something.
It's when I came here and I had this Kivedian Baba. He was telling me that Ronaldo, he was mentioning some footballers that are, this football is a very funny thing. If you don't make inquiries or read about it, you won't understand. So he was mentioning footballers that their original country, and he told me Ronaldo is from Cape Verde. I'm like, huh? Which
Really?
now makes sense to me because I see, like, the mother is not black, first of all. Secondly, so there are some like African blood in him. Yeah, some African blood in him. Then the guy, even this guy from there's this prop. I think is it Eric Laxon? Yeah, he's from Cape
Yeah,
Verde.
Raxon.
And
Yeah,
I play for Man United.
for Sweden.
Yeah, for Sweden, he was from Cape Verde. And the one that shocked me was Anton Griezmann is Portuguese, not French.
Really?
Anton Griezmann, yeah, the popular French Anton Griezmann.
And he's only white player in the French
Yeah. So you
in the
found out
first
that the
squad.
French national team is made up of people from different countries. It's not really proper French.
I mean, so here's the thing, and this is one of the things that people need to understand. That's why
Yeah.
I don't understand this nationalism behavior going around right now. The world is not, and it's not in isolation. It's a global village. Even before we started traveling, I think we are traveling more in
Yeah.
recent years than in the past. Even before then, people are mixing, especially that that your pocket, Spain,
Mm.
Portugal,
Yeah.
France,
French,
Algeria,
France,
Libya. Huh?
even Italian, yeah. Italian too.
Yes, Italy, yes, yeah. That
Yeah.
pocket, that particular area, Algeria, is it Tunisia,
Algeria,
um,
Morocco with French.
Morocco.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I heard about the Anton Griezmann, the guy told me, I always, when he told me something, I go on the internet to read. Then he was there. I found out his father is German, the mother is Portuguese. So he see like we were just born in France. That's all.
That's crazy. And the French national team will be acting as if, I don't know, not the national team, but the French nationals, they'll be acting
Yeah.
as if the players are not like, the black players are not from there, but the white ones, even the white person is not even from there originally. That's crazy.
I think the
This is
word,
shocking.
yeah, and the funniest thing now, I'll give you guys one secret. Don't be surprised based on what we're seeing on ground right now. Don't be surprised in the next 10, 15 years. We're going to start seeing the Chukwuemeka, Akinwale, the Femi playing for the Portuguese national team. We have a lot of Nigerian babies who are Portuguese.
Wow. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised, Sha. But but wait, so Mamus, this situation is been long coming because we've had a lot of people that have traveled around the world that were waiting for the Nigerians to start popping. Because in the US, if you go and check the NFL rotation, you will see a lot of Nigerians in the rotation. I mean, they're probably not like as popular as the superstars, but the Nigerians there, and that's as a result of the migration that has happened.
Yeah, I know it's common in the UK, in German team, but in this Southern Europe, Spain, it's not really common. But now I'm telling you,
Mm.
next 10, 15 is going to happen because if you go to these academies now, there was one time we usually play football on Saturday. There's these academies. If you go to these academies under 7, under 10, you see the Nigerian kids there. Yeah,
Wow.
these Nigerians here. What did everybody's trying to do the project Mbappe? So they're forcing even the one that is talented, the one that's not. Everybody's trying to.
Everybody first do.
Yeah, why? Naturally, we Africans, we are athletes. So if you push 1,000 Nigerian kids in, if 100 is going to come out as at
At
least.
least 100. Yeah. And it's also the fact that we we are close to the sport, so we do the sport a lot. So we talk
Yeah,
about it, we watch it,
yeah,
we play it in games. So all those things by default, your head space would connect, like would connect naturally.
yeah.
In that same vein, there
For
is
that's
there
playing for
is
national team, but let's see.
what is it?
I said it's going to be very funny seeing Nigerians playing for the Portuguese national team, but well,
There was one name I mentioned in last podcast. Let me check the guy's name. He was playing for, is it the guy scored against us. What's his name? The big guy like this. Samu?
Samuel, yeah, he plays for Spain.
That's crazy. I remember I was like, this guy is supposed to play for Nigeria now. Until I
Me
was corrected that no, the guy plays for Spain. No, I was like,
for
wow.
Spain. Yeah, he plays for Spain. Spain have a very good striker in Samuel. He's a Benin boy, but well, yeah. So expect a lot of
Uh,
that. Yeah.
uh. Well, this coming weekend is the NFL Super Bowl. Are you gonna watch it?
No, 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 no.
Why
This,
not now? Are you
I'm,
doing Shakara?
I have some appointments this weekend, so it's going to be difficult for me to do anything.
It's gonna be in the midnight now for you people. Why can't you watch it?
Even
Are you working in the midnight?
midnight makes it even worse. That should be my sleeping time.
So,
If
mm,
well, let's see. I'm not going to say 100%. I'm not going to watch it, but I'm not going to
mm,
say 100%. I'm going to watch it. So it's like 50-50. Yeah.
mm. Anyway, I'll be watching it. I think I will try to watch it because for one reason, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I want the Eagles to win or I want the Kansas City Chiefs to win, but we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, Kansas City Chiefs they are so good, but the Eagles they are strong too. They have a good lineup. So it's gonna be like a Liverpool Madrid final.
Fine.
Liverpool get into final once in a while, but they're always usually strong. Then
Mm.
Liverpool is like Madrid is like home name. Same way with Kansas City Chiefs. So they might be there. If they win this, they will do three pits, and
Uh,
that's the first time it's gonna happen
happen ever.
in NFL history. Yeah. Let's talk football. This is episode 3. So sorry, I said episode 3. This is season 3, episode 20. Huh. Imagine those season and 20 episodes. We've gone really far. We've gone really, really far. Where should we start from? Let me start from the top. I mean, I really wish Ronaldo happy birthday, so that's fine with him. Um, Grammy Awards. Did you watch it? No. Yes. No.
I didn't watch it live, but I saw some videos later. Yeah.
Mm,
And apart from maybe the Kendrick Lamar stuff, I don't think any surprising. Then maybe Beyonce. Yeah.
mm,
I didn't really see any surprise. Okay. Among the African one, I think not like I was surprised at Thames won, but I felt like for peace to reign, it was better at Thames won instead of the
For peace
standard
to real.
quote. Yeah. So maybe probably
Eh,
the Grammy guys felt the Nigerian like they could see the
contingents.
vibes and they're like, you know what? Let's
Nah, I say so. I can tell you what happened. Apart from, I mean, it's good to, it's okay to have that kind of thoughts, but I think looking at that list, Thames are as I would say, the most name. So
yeah,
people are more familiar with her than others,
that
unfortunately.
unfortunately. And she's now a worldwide household name.
That's what I'm saying. So people know her more than them, and she's like popping right now. So, and as you said, is a convenient winner.
Yeah.
She no noise. No noise. Everybody
No,
quiet. Everybody
you
go
know the
out.
funniest thing? That's what I always
Huh?
talk about music. When it comes to music, a lot of okay people I know a lot of Nigerians don't like Burna Boy, yeah, but outside Nigeria, Burna Boy is like it's a global star.
Mm.
You know how when you go on the street, people are go to the restaurant, go to the malls, you see his songs that
Mm-hmm.
people know. He came here last year, August. I can tell you that we had over 50,000 people, and out of that 50,000, 80% of those were white people. Even the Africans,
Wow.
it's more of the white to tell you how his fans. That's why he feels arrogant because he feels like my fans are the white. So
Mm.
I don't really care if you guys cancel me or not. Yeah. Thames
Are
is
you? Tell
okay.
me what?
Thames is also now becoming very, very popular. I think
Mm.
normally, if in terms of eat and everything, someone like Asakia has more eat, more popular among Nigerians. But when it comes to that, there is this
Global acceptance.
yeah global acceptance and everything. Thames edge it over Asake.
I have a question for you. Are
Yeah,
you a Burna Boy fan?
yeah. But I say I'm a Burna Boy fan, but more fan of his music though. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I started DJing, and this might put me in trouble. I barely play his songs when I play sets. I barely do because I'm not really a fan of like. I won't say there's some of the songs I like, but the list is not long. So I'm not really his fan, and I know a lot of his songs. So it's not like I'm not because you cannot escape his songs because the songs are everywhere.
Yeah.
But
I think when you're
I,
as a DJ, the kind of audience to matters, you know.
yes,
Kind
yeah,
of audience.
exactly. Like the audience matters. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna play Afro beat in maybe like I don't know how to explain. If I'm playing Afro beat in a bar, in a white bar, I'm
Mm.
90% Burna Boy songs because that's the only songs probably they
They
know.
know.
If I'm playing it a group of Nigerians, I think I will play more of Davido Asake kind of music.
And Whiskey, yeah. I remember there was one event I went to DJ. Towards the end, somebody came to talk to me that I play Burna Boy song now. I was like, because normally I don't like listening to people asking for requests.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I shall play like 2 or 3 songs. They're like, oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but yeah, it was a convenient win for times. It was good for her. I like that she won. Anyway, everybody go and sit down.
Yeah.
Make everywhere quiet. Um, for Kendrick, I was telling someone that it is very possible that he doesn't win anything, and it's possible that he wins everything.
Thing.
And he won everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He won everything. Wait, were
Actually,
you here when the song came out? Were you on the show?
no, I was on the show
Are you sure? You came here last year, July or June?
during AFCON.
You came during AFCON.
Yeah.
Oh, is that around this time now?
No,
Is that around this time last year?
last year was it around? No, it was early last year, around January, February. Yeah.
Are you forgotten that? And as I'm saying now, it's around this time because Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, yeah,
Around this time, Super Bowl was Super Bowl weekend.
yeah,
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 okay, the song had not come out yet. Okay. Because it's funny. I was like, the guy won everything, cleared everything, sweep.
yeah.
But yeah, we're supposed to talk football. So let's go back to football. Did you see John Edison's situation? Did you watch the video?
I heard. I've not watched the video, but I saw you guys were talking about it, but I didn't really pay attention.
So let me tell you what happened. So there's a journalist. They came out and said Jordan Anderson doesn't want to play for Ajax anymore. He wants
Okay.
to leave. He has submitted a transfer request. And they were dragging up and down. They're dragging him. He was like, it's arrogant. Is that? I personally, I'm not really a fan of Anderson. So anything I say is pure facts, like pure. There's no emotions connected. Anyway, he now set up a video, not video, a press conference. Not like you set up a press conference, but I think they played a game and he requested to be the one to go with the manager to talk to the press. As per captain, now you can make the request. She was now going back and forth with the. So the first journalist asked him questions. He was like, "What you guys printed, 98% of it is lies. Only like 2% is correct." They were like, "You should say it." He was like, "He's not going to say it. Like, he's not going to tell them what he had this discussed with his manager and the club." They were like, so that they went back and forth a little bit. The second person asked him the same question. He was like, "Didn't you listen to what I told the first person that happened? 90% of what you guys printed is wrong. I'm not going to disclose what I discussed with the club." They were like, "Oh, the guy was not pushing him hard. That oh, you should talk. Tell us if you're telling us, if you're accusing us, we are lying. Tell us what parts we lied about." They were like, "No." So I went to do my digging. Apparently, the club had put him on transfer lists because they are struggling financially.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, if they can get rid of him, they will get some money back. And they stopped playing him because of that. Because they're like, okay, this guy's not going to be on. He's not in our plans. Let's put him aside. Eventually, they were like, you know what? We can manage him till the end of the season because we want to win the league, and it's important to our project. It's important to our project because he's a captain, and they now brought him back into the fold. So during that period where he wasn't playing, the press had gone a wire that this guy is crazy. He doesn't want to play for us. Arrogant English, arrogant English player. This is how they do. They go outside the country and be doing shakara. So I'm saying this. You should know where I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because of Rashford.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I knew you were going to talk about Rashford, and to be honest, I'm not. I saw like okay. I'm not Rashford's biggest fan, but in this whole scenario, I feel like Rashford was trying. Maybe because he's a local Manchester lad, he's trying to protect the club, even with all the bullshit that is happening. Let's be honest. Personally, I might be wrong, but I don't feel that what Amorim was doing has anything to do with his training. You can tell me that Rashford is this and that, but you can't tell me that Oiland and Garnacho are better than Rashford. You can't tell me that. Even with
Or Zesty.
or Zexi, even with the poor Rashford form. I feel like what Amorim or what the club owners are trying to do is to push out the INers out of the club. You understand? But it, but the only way to push them out, they are doing it with negative vibes, and I don't know why they're doing it that way. There are other ways to push out your top earners, but start accusing the player of this and that. And Rashford already came out to say that no matter what happens, he's not going to come out to talk. He's not going to say bad thing about Manchester United.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, he did that. Yeah, he did that.
Ah,
Like
it's
when
even
after that
worse.
interview, he was like, "Oh, no, I'm not going to say anything bad about Manchester United," because he knew that journalists are going to try to push him to say something. So he's a boy with Manchester fan. This is his club he love. I think that's the difference between him and Sancho. Sancho came out and said, "Oh, this manager said it's the same bullshit," because Sancho is not a Manchester fan. He's just a Manchester United player. They know there's a difference between fan and player. Ronaldo
Yeah,
waited till he left. Then he came out and be like, "Oh, this is what happened." You understand? They did the same thing with Ronaldo. They had literally did the same thing with Ronaldo. And I feel like when these managers come and go for these kind of players, they don't just do it out of okay something. There's always like a external force telling them,
backing. Mm-hmm.
do this, do this, do this. You understand? So Rashford is the scapegoat. Okay, no problem. Well, even he's not playing, but it doesn't change the result on the pitch or anything.
Nothing has
Yeah.
changed though.
Now the thing is, if you the players that you have presently are not better than him. Sorry, I'm not trying to put player power this. What you have are not better than him. There is no guarantee that what you're going to look for in the market will be better than him. But let's see how it goes for him in Aston Villa. I'm happy he went to Aston Villa. Even after this move to Aston Villa, I still see the English press trying to still through those negative vibes. I saw one today where the English press was saying that uh,
Nike deal.
sorry,
The Nike deal?
no, like about his stint at Aston Villa. When this move about Aston Villa, they were saying something about um maybe he's not going to start. Maybe
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that too.
yeah, just the guy just moved in and you're trying to find all the negatives. Allow him to even he has not even kicked the ball for Aston Villa yet.
He hasn't even trained yet.
He hasn't even trained yet. So these are the things that
Uh,
I still feel like okay, maybe the skin color too. Bro, you have to be also look about the way they tackle black players is different from the way they tackle the British white players. You understand? I don't think no matter how bad Rashford has been, he has not been as bad as Grealish. But Rashford is everyday
maybe
Rashford.
the Rashford do. Let me ask you a question because you have more you support a lot of you support more clubs than I do. But that's a joke anyway. You watch more football than I do. Has it ever happened before that a manager will come out and say, "Oh, I rather play the goalkeeper coach because I saw the guy, I saw the goalkeeper coach. Hey, God forgive me, oh, that's that. No, that's
I think
respectful.
that statement was too personal. I know I mentioned it. That statement was too personal. I rather play the goalkeeper coach than Rashford. Now you said there was something Rashford is not applying himself in training. Even the ex players are still coming out that Rashford is not doing this and that. And
Yeah,
yeah, and the fact everything is happening because Rashford refused to come
to say
out
something.
something. I said something some weeks ago. I said we are getting to a stage where I know the manager statement or the manager is right, always right, but we should also understand that managers are humans and they tend to uh uh apply sentiments to a lot of things. And they can also lie. We are humans. Humans lie. Whether it's the manager, it's a player, you can lie. I was reading this guy interview. What was his name? This guy that plays for Roma.
Which
Umes.
of them?
Umes.
Almost matter. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they bought Umes, and this their former manager who they sacked, Juric. Juric refused to play this guy. Umes made that interview after he left. He said, even if you meet is it Ivan Juric, anywhere miss him in this football world, he's going to ask
They're
you that
fighting though.
what did I what did I do? Like you literally did not play the guy. And it's not like Roma were playing well and you say, okay, let me keep the winning team. They were losing games. And Gomez is probably, based on experience and everything, is one of the best centre backs. This guy was
That you
playing
have.
in the Champions League final just last year summer. And all of a sudden you bought him from Dortmund and you're not playing him. And there was this
So who signed him? Was it the manager that signed him or a manager before him?
I think the manager before him, yeah. It was
Okay,
the
okay.
think this guy was the manager, Rossi, and of course they sacked him.
Oh, yeah.
So when he came in, this guy went, oh, but no, I think it was this manager that bought him because it was like the last signing they made, like transfer deadline, yeah, kind of signing. So when this whole thing happened, he said he didn't know what to do. He never asked any questions, but he just felt like he was not playing. And there was this particular game, they were already losing 4-1, a bit 3-1 or 4-1. And the manager told put him in when they're already losing. And he told don't create any don't do anything funny, don't do anything complicated, keep it simple. And he entered the game, probably with like 20 minutes to go, and he scored an own goal. And
I
started,
remember that game. I
yeah,
remember that game.
and he started laughing because he knows like, God, I've not
Say,
been
my
playing
own
since.
not finished.
You understand? You know, when I've not been playing since, and all of a sudden the manager puts me in, and you are ready to go and score your own goal. Even the fans that might be supporting you will be like, okay, okay, maybe the manager is right. But these things happen in football, and the moment they sacked him, Ranieri even made an interview, like a conference, and he said even when he was watching Roma from like just watching Roma when before he became their manager, he never understood why Umes was on the bench. The moment they brought Umes back in, the team is bit more balanced defensively. Of course, they are not high flying, but they are way better now. They play way better now compared to beginning of the season with Umes in the team. So you sometimes you have to also understand that in as much as we feel like manager this, managers that manager makes can be sentimental with players and can also they can also lie.
And it's always as if I support the players, but I always apply common sense because I always say this: there are many ways to kick out a player you don't want in your team. The worst that you can do is send out bad salacious things about the player. They did it with the year. They did it with Ronaldo. They did it with Sancho. All of a sudden, Sancho's is no more weak. He's no more playing. He's no more playing PS5 overnight. We don't hear the story anymore.
Yeah,
All of
and
a
it
sudden,
doesn't come
he
late to
trains well.
training again.
I'm like, and it really annoys me when the fans now propagate that nonsense, that negativity. It annoys me a lot.
The problem. If Ronaldo, if they could package Ronaldo, trust me, I don't think any player.
Anybody's, I mean, it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
Ronaldo.
crazy.
Even till now, people still bring story that Ronaldo is why these people did not get this. That
Yes.
it's Manchester. Manchester United problem. It's more. It's a lot of problem, and I'll tell you why. It Manchester United is a big club, one of the biggest club in the world. It's a very big brand, but that big brand is also the problem you guys have right now. It's also one
Oh,
of
wait. So we've talked to you guys. You don't support us anymore. This
one
life,
of the
sha.
problems you guys have, and I will tell you. And I'll tell you why. First of all, because of the brand, there are too many eyes on the club, and not the players. Not everybody can handle the pressure of too many eyes on the club. I don't know if you get what I mean.
I get you. I
Yeah.
get you.
So when a player can be playing well and he has a bad game and goes on the social media, you are everywhere and everything. It takes a lot of s- s-
Okay.
psychology.
Let's say what you're saying is true, which I agree to a certain extent. How come Madrid players don't get affected by that? Because Madrid is like replica of Manchester United because they are big
I,
everywhere too.
I think the Spanish press are not that wild compared to the English press.
Mm,
That's where it
mm.
comes to in favor in Madrid. And also, this guy has a big influence in the Madrid media. What is it? Pep.
Perez.
So if something bad happened, they know how to package it, like tell the media. Like Mark, for example, you have a paper called Marca. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Marca is pro Madrid, so they will never write anything negative about Madrid. You understand? And when it comes to transfers, if a market tell you that Madrid is buying this player, people just take
He's
it.
buying the player. Mm.
Barcelona have their own paper. I think it's Sports or something.
No, I've forgotten the name. Hold on, let me check. I know there is two of
So
them.
they
They always tackle each other.
you know how in America the Democrats have CNN, the Republicans
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Fox. In Spain, it's like that. But when it comes to England, it's not really like that. So there's no really control from the clubs on the.
But wait, hold on. You know, I always say this. City, they know how to control the narrative, and I keep saying it. Maguire is a prime example. I know people don't believe me, but I've seen it live on TV where one of the sports guys said they were called to tone the way they talk about Maguire. They should tone
The
it down.
PR,
That was at the peak of when he was playing rubbish.
your PRO matters too, and yeah, that's what we call. We live in a world of social media, and a lot of things. PRO, like players have PRO, they say out things, and players also, and some of these PROs have like journalist friends and everything that can help shape this whole thing. I think there's a lot of times where some people have accused this Fabrizio that he markets some players way more than some players. Sometimes he does some. It's possible. Fabrizio can bring a random player and tells you Chelsea is after this player. Maybe Chelsea is not after the player. Let me just give you an example to tell you how influential that guy is right now. And all of a sudden, everybody's going on the internet to check who is this person, right?
Hmm.
And the next thing, people, maybe a smaller club that sees like, okay, might not be as big as Chelsea. Just the fact that, okay, they put Chelsea as scouting this player. We want to go for that player. That's marketing. Football is sometimes, it's not just, you understand. So social media we're in a world where the social media plays a huge role in different things. You can use it to promote yourself way better than you look. And you can also use that same social media they can use it also to mess a player up. See this guy that Real Madrid bought, Hendrick. If he was playing for a club, by now, they
Like United, they'll have destroyed him now.
would have destroyed him. But the guy has not played, has not really done anything. But the Spanish media are not after him up to now.
But he
Imagine,
scored today. You know he scored today.
yeah, he scored. But what I'm saying, imagine moving with the hype and everything. He moved to Manchester United and he's dropping those numbers. Come on, hey. Now you understand the difference between, even though when you say Real Madrid have this high scrutiny, you can't come. But the Madrid media or their PR have been able to manage it to a certain extent compared to the Manchester United.
Anyway, to bring it home, I feel, and I said it, people don't believe me, but I heard it somewhere that Rashford was put on transfer list, and he saw it, and that's why he came out and said he doesn't mind going, because they asked him like, "Oh, you don't mind leaving?" They're like, "Oh, I don't mind new challenges." And but another thing happened that he said he went somewhere on the night, and people around the camp said he did not go, but the manager did not believe him. So that's part of the issues they have. Well, hopefully, because when that story came out, around like when Amorim said that he's not disciplined, the way he watches what every player does, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you eat. There were like 9 articles within two days about Rashford, and none of them, maybe like 7 of them, only 2 of them out of that 9 were about football. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. I hope he jumps in that Aston Villa, man. I just hope so, because for his own sake, because that guy is a baller. He's a baller, but for his own sake,
Let
and
me
he's gonna play. He's gonna play. There's no way he's gonna start that on the left hand side. I don't think what's his name? That's that guy's name that is playing for the left of them. I don't think that one can kick him out.
also, not everything you read on media, especially when it comes to transfers, and true.
Yeah.
Saw Napoli sporting director today. So yeah, he came out. The guy after the transfer video, he came out and started all the signings that they are supposed to sign. He started giving the reason why they couldn't sign.
Wow.
It's been long I've seen the sporting director explain all the transfers.
The reasons why we didn't go for this person. The reason why this thing
I
didn't work
have it
out.
here. He said on that he wanted to buy Danilo. He said we finalized everything. Then he made another life choice. You understand? Then on another player called Kumuzo, we made 2 offers. They realized there was no room to negotiate. On Garnacho, we're very close, but his wages demands didn't fit our locker room.
Wow.
On Adeyemi, the guy from Dortmund, if I
Mm.
convince you to join Napoli at this level, you are not for us. Do you understand? Yeah. You see, probably he felt like the guy was not into the Napoli
He
team.
wasn't convinced.
He wasn't convinced, yeah. Then he
He
wanted to
wasn't
sign
convinced.
this guy, Saint Maximin. It was
Maxima now. Say Maxima. Yes, now.
yeah. He said a bureaucratic problem. The regret wasting time on the wrong target.
Yeah, because he will still go back to Newcastle now. You
Yeah,
know, in Newcastle, like is in Saudi, but the
yeah.
owners of Newcastle sent him there on loan. Is it on loan or they sold him? After? I can't remember.
They sold him, but people
Yeah,
like because of financial fair play.
yeah. So that's why they did it. Yeah, Jacob Ramsey. Jacob Ramsey. Why should the bench with Jacob Ramsey? 100%. I
Yeah,
mean, but the thing is, I don't know what Emery is cooking. No, that guy he has bought quality players. I don't know what he wants to
I've
cook.
watched Aston Villa this season, and I felt like they don't have that. They needed variables to their attacking front. Most of the
Lineup. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So maybe first of all, they don't even have players that are very fast. Rashford now maybe might give them that extra speed. You understand? Like inject more extra speed into the attack. They bought this guy Asensio. They bought this Malen. Malen is another very
Marlin, yeah, from
fast
Dortmund.
for Dortmund. So probably he's looking at okay, let's maybe I need more speed in my attack. That's it. And it's so
Mm.
funny when people are looking for players, say players are not there, but Aston Villa are picking them from. How do they get Asensio, Malen, and Rashford in one
That's
transfer?
what I'm saying now. Like, how did that happen?
That attack is already better than Manchester United attack. I'm sorry.
100% guy. We don't need to tell. See, I was telling one of my friends that let us go and carry your Felix. So they were like, "Oh, who's your Felix?
Now
He's
he's playing.
injury
He
prone.
scored today
He's
on his
not."
debut.
Yeah, I saw it now. He scored.
Yeah.
I'm like, United, you need a 10, and there's somebody on the bench in Chelsea. Even if it's not a like at this point, you don't even need him to be world class level. Let him just come and play regular football. Let him play 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah. Then
That's all you need. You don't need to be in 9/10. 6.5 out of 10 in that out of 10 role. That in that all 100% it does a good job for us. But our Shakara is too much. We think we are so good. Now they want even that you see that Garnacho situation, right? I'm happy he
yeah.
didn't work out because it would have been a problem. If he leaves, I don't think we'll get a player that'll be better than him or even close to what he brings.
I think right now Man United and the way they are pushing players, even they literally wanted to push Garnacho. It's just that now based on what Napoli president or sorry, sporting director is saying, it means that if Garnacho has agreed or lowered his wages, he would have been in
You'll
Napoli.
have gone.
So
Yeah.
they wanted to say Rashford, they wanted to say Garnacho for a fact. And I think these were the two players they look at the whole team. These were the two players that they felt like could bring a lot of money for them at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just crazy. They're really crazy. You're crazy at this
But
point.
the big problem for you guys is that if you guys don't have the money to spend, but I understand why they don't have the money to spend because when you miss Champions League 2 times, it plays a role. Financial,
Yes, now.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And this is how you become a bad club because it starts gradually. It starts small. It's small. It's small, small, small. Before you know it, you're out of the picture completely. But
now
they're very
you don't
lucky.
have the money to spend because you need to sell. If you don't have now, you need to do proper coaching, proper
You
coach
have to do proper coaching. Yeah.
and proper
You have to do proper
scouting,
coaching.
proper
Proper scouting.
proper scouting. Yeah,
We're in trouble. Because they went to go and scout Fernandez. I'm like, are you serious right now? Why are you wasting time scouting this boy? You just sold him 3 months ago.
yeah.
Why are you scouting him? Like, okay, what else do you want to learn from him in that short period? What would have changed about him in the past 6 months that you don't know, that you didn't know before?
That's my biggest fear for Amorim. He might not get the players that he wants to.
Should be is a player that is a manager that sells player now. He has come to a club that doesn't buy.
Yeah.
A manager that sells comes to a club that doesn't buy players.
Doesn't buy, it's going to be a big problem.
It's a problem for
Like
him.
a big
And it came. He's not fighting one of the most quality players in the squad. Does that make any sense?
because yeah, I'm just even thinking. I wish okay if you want to buy this guy from Lisbon, Jokeres, for example, you are going to spend almost close to times two of what you sold Rashford for. You're selling,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah. So
And you cannot sell. You cannot even get any money from Ireland. You
oil is
cannot get any money from Ireland.
that bad. It's that bad. Even the guy you bought from
Yeah, you were a Ten Hag fan now.
I was not really a Ten Hag fan. Funny enough, I was not really a Ten Hag fan. But I also feel like any problem Manchester United are facing, it's not just solely the manager problem. There are a lot of underground problems out there.
Mm.
The only manager, funny enough, the only manager I feel, but I was because my cousin is a strong man in SFI. He knows that the only manager that I feel like can really, even with small resources, he will do a proper coaching. But I will never want him to be at Manchester United. It's Inter Milan coach.
Uh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. Do you,
Why not? Why don't you want him at United?
what the problem you guys are facing right now in terms of finance was the same problem we had. Conte ran away. Conte said he was not going to handle you because we told him, yeah, he came
There's
and
no money.
I can't
Come and walk. Come and walk. Come and show walking.
fair play because of the COVID. Our former owners, they had some debts they needed. Now they lost the club because of those debts. That's why they are no longer the owners. The people that owns Inter Milan right now are I don't know how to explain. They are loan sharks. Let me put it that way. Loan
Like the
sharks.
same way with Chelsea.
Loan sharks are Chelsea loan sharks.
So Chelsea is like a consortium of people. Like it's not loan shark sharp. It's not. It's
Okay,
like
so
what's it
see what,
called?
let me give you an example. So they loaned our former owner, the Chinese guy.
Yes.
They borrowed some money. They call the PIF funds. That is the name of these people. It's not PIF. Oak Tree, sorry, Oak Tree. Yeah, it's like a company. They borrow money, right? Then he put the club as collateral. So now you borrowed some amount of money, you couldn't pay. They gave you the deadline, you couldn't pay the money before the deadline. So what they did was like, okay, we are going to take the club. Then what do we have? The club already have evaluation. It's just like mortgage. We're going to take the club. The club already have evaluation. Whatever the extra on top, we give you the money and you move on. And that was what happened.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So
So now
that's why Conte
they won't
couldn't stay.
and they felt like, okay, this Inter Milan are doing fine. Yeah, they just won the league. Probably they are not rushing to sell because they feel like we maybe with a little touch here and there, they can double the value of the club. You understand? And make even way more money on. It's a good investment to hold on to. So they said then you have one of the best director of football. So they're like, okay, you know what, we're not going to sell, we'll keep there, but we're going to change the policy just to boost the value of the club. One of the policies, if they just literally changes, Inter Milan now we are not going to start signing. We literally stop signing old players. Now any player we're going to sign, it has to be young players
Like what age?
from like 2021. That's how bad.
Okay. Okay. So it's what you just said now is exactly what United said outside that they want to lower the age. My problem with that is it means that you don't want to win anything for a considerable amount of years because the players that you have currently are not quality players. Inter Milan has quality players, so they can afford to like bring in young players and bed them in. But United don't have that. So you want to tell me that you have to wait for someone like Euro to ripe.
Yeah,
Wait for someone like Oiland that doesn't understand what football is right now to ripe. There's somebody talking to Oiland. There's somebody talking to Meno, for example.
yeah, I understand. Yeah, like what this guy say, it's always a mixture of his experience. You play with young players is not bad, but you have a mixture of experience and young ones makes a very perfect, a very very good team.
Hmm.
A very-
Okay, my final say on this United situation. God. Did you see they played Meno as first nine in a game? So that game at the beginning, the team was crying for a striker. They were creating striker chances. Now they removed Meno and brought in. They didn't even remove Meno. Anyway, they brought in striker because I was so pissed in that game. They brought in striker and they now stopped creating striker chances. What kind of team is this? Are we cursed? Tell me, please. Please tell me we are cursed.
I don't think it's cause. I think it's. I feel like because you play minor, you played an extra midfielder, so maybe it. I don't. Maybe because of that, that's why the chances were coming out because when you play midfielder as a striker, the centre backs become confused on which player we're going to mark. They don't know what to do. Then when you put a striker, it makes it more easy for the opposition to now know what to
to
do.
know. No. So I get that. I get that part. I get that part 100%. But here's the thing: our chances that we created were not in the crowded areas. There were clear cut chances from the wings, a little bit away from deep in the midfield. So when the chances fell into the box 18, Benno he didn't even know where to be.
But
He was making the wrong runs.
if you notice that your game, when Mino was playing, they were even making passes in the opposition half a lot in the box.
That's what I'm saying now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's what I'm
saying, because
saying.
you are playing midfielders who are more comfortable passing the ball. Now, there's one of the problems I have with Oiland. Oiland first has a very bad first touch. You know.
I don't need to be told now. Should be
So,
you're about to people that hate Lukaku.
yeah,
All of you that hate Lukaku, I need to be calling you people one after the
you
other.
understand?
I'm calling you
Oiland
people
has
out.
very bad. Imagine having a bad touch and you can't score goals. So you criticize Lukaku, but you
You
take
take
on
Ireland.
that doesn't even give you goals in the first place. Even So he has a very bad first touch. And when you have, if you're a striker and you have that very bad first touch in a club that wants to pass the ball around, it becomes a big problem. And I think that's the problem with Oiland. Now, the second guy who has a very good touch, which is Zexi, is
Sexty.
it's not a nine. You understand? So I don't know how Man United's counting system works. Trust me, it's very funny because when I've watched Oiland. I wanted Oiland at Inter Milan, but I always felt that Oiland would fit a two-striker system.
Yes, 100%.
Always
Yeah.
thought he was primed for a two-striker. And when he was playing in Atlanta, he was playing as a two-striker. You understand system. When you buy a player who plays a two-striker system, you put him in a one-striker system.
You have to kill him.
You kill him. So a two-striker system is, you have to understand, like him, if he doesn't have a first touch, he doesn't need to be the one to come to link up. He will be the one
To finish it.
to finish it. You understand? So that was what he was doing at Atlanta. Now you bring it to Man United, where you want him to link up, pass the ball to the wingers or to the midfield, and he doesn't have those touches. That's the problem. It's a big problem.
Mm.
So the
Let's talk about.
profile of your players is a big problem you guys have at that club. I don't know if you listen to the scouts, or if I don't really know, or you guys just buy on instinct, or I don't know. Because everybody knows Zegzi. Even when we're watching Serie A, we know Zegzi is not a 9.
He's not a 9,
Not
yeah.
a proper 9. Zegzi was playing more like, you see Zegzi, you see Joao Felix, you see those guys they're not proper 9. They are like, I don't know what to call the supporting striker.
9.5.
SS. But
Suppose striker.
many club
Yeah.
don't play with SS again. But those days they are more of like in a 4-4-2. That striker behind the main striker. Then camp kind of, yeah.
So I'm not lie. The weekend I was sad because after we lost, I wanted Arsenal to lose. But they spanked City, man. They beat City like thieves. And this, so even aside from the game, I mean, Arsenal deserve to win that game. Just even if I hate Arsenal.
Lucky.
Huh?
Arsenal were also lucky, even with that 5-1. And I'll tell you why. When the game became 1-1, City were pressing though. If City has scored the second goal to make it 2-1, that game would have ended that way. That's why some moments count. The luck, you understand, moment count. When City started pressing, I think Raya made a lot of very nice saves. There was a ball that came, the ball hit the bar. On another day, that ball will hit the bar and come to Alan, and Alan will just score. He hit the bar and went out, and all this stuff. Those were those chances that City missed. And by the time this guy scored the deflected goal, Thomas Partey, 2-1, then the game kind of opened up. Say like, I think the scoreline flattered the whole performance of Arsenal.
So let me put my hands up. Yeah. After that first goal, after Arsenal scored the first goal, I just switched over to Yubo's game, Inter AC Milan, because I just knew that the way this, sometimes I always get feeling. I have that feeling when I watch the game. I can almost tell where the game is going to go from the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes. When I saw that goal go in, I was like, there's nothing City is going to do in this game again. I was so pissed because I was sad. I just switched over to Yubo's game. Everybody has supported that weekend. I supported Madrid because I wanted Madrid to open up the gap. They lost. United lost. City lost. Then I wanted. I didn't want AC Milan to win though, but I was like, let me just see what's going to happen. It was they had to go and draw. Then Roma too. Went to go and draw with Atalanta. I was like, this weekend is just terrible. But that's by the side. But this whole situation of celebration, I don't know why everybody's crying about this celebration. It's part of the game. I don't know why everybody's crying about it. It's like small thing will happen, and it comes from. I don't want to blame the victims, but Arsenal, they don't know that club. I don't know, man. Celebration now became something else. Everybody's now like crying all over the place. Like it's terrible, man. It's terrible. Just celebration, and it's part of the game. It's part of the game. I like the fact that Arsenal players were able to troll City. It's part of it. I don't know why the Sky Sport team members and
And it's so funny that
the
the Sky Sport team, they are old school players. Like, football, I don't know. Those days, rivalry was very. You see people fighting, throwing,
yeah.
and all of a sudden you are trying to say, you went over the boat. I saw what Gary was saying, and it didn't even considering
I don't
how you
understand.
know how you guys always fight between Arsenal and Man
And United.
back then.
It's just and now PGM they want to find Arsenal. I'm like, if we're gonna give Arsenal fans mouth, they are against them. Like, what is it? What is it? Let Arsenal let Arsenal die on their own. Let them fall on their own sword because that's who they are.
Yeah.
Today they lost to Newcastle. I was so happy. I was scared Newcastle was gonna like struggle against them, but no. Like everything Newcastle did today was perfect. Like they outplayed, not that they outplayed Arsenal, but they nullified Arsenal. Everything Arsenal had, they nullified it. If that game had gone for another 1 hour, Arsenal would have scored. That's how crazy it was. Arsenal would have scored,
I mean,
but
I told you that when you were saying the podcast, the timing, I said we'll do it at this time after the game. The only way we might not do it is if it goes to penalty, which I doubt, because I felt like nothing was going to come out from the game.
it was just. But let's talk Serie A.
Ah,
That's the main reason why we brought you here. So, for those that don't know, this man left United. I said at the beginning of the podcast, he left United
five
to
years
go
ago.
and support Inter
5 years ago.
because wait, who went? Wait, I'm trying to remember. Why did you go to Inter again? Was it because of Conte?
No, I didn't go before. I actually went to Inter before Conte came. So it happened this 2019 summer, I think 19 summer, just before the COVID this thing. Inter Milan has not won. No, 2019-20, yeah. Inter Milan has not won anything for 10 years. They've not won any trophy. And they made a big move. Then we had this issue with Manchester United. We were in different groups when people were saying it was this player, the manager. And me, I kept saying that the biggest problem we had that time was that we don't have a director of football. And people say, no, not director of football. The director of football is the one that's going to do tactics on the pitch. I think then Mourinho was still the manager at Manchester United. Everybody was just like, oh, it's the tactics. I said, no, we don't have a proper director of football. Our transfer is shit and everything. Now Inter Milan was a very, very interesting project because we have one of the best director of football in Italian league. The Chinese owner wanted to be successful. They had different owners, they spent a lot of money. It's just whatever Man United is facing right now, Inter Milan had this same problem. Spent a lot of money, there's something we call Pazza Inter, where they bought a lot of dead players from this Joao Mario to crazy dead players that never hit for the club. So I think when the Juventus laid off Marotta, they laid him off because he had issues with this former guy, is it Patrici, who is now at Spurs. So they laid him off and they brought in someone else. Then the Inter owner saw that Marotta was available and quickly took him in. The moment he took him in, I felt, because I was following, I said, okay, now they've done, this is what I want Manchester United to do. And then I was telling people, because like I said, my cousin, I said, now watch how a proper director of football is going to change this club. So it was a project I wanted to start like as a fan with this new project. So I will tell you that Marotta was the one who made me move to Inter because I felt like having the right director of football will change everything. Now, when Marotta came in, what was the first thing he did? Spalletti was the manager. Spalletti just did top four after a long time for Inter not going to Champions League. He was able to squeeze top four for Inter Milan. Okay, you finish fourth. Listen, because as Man United fans, you guys are very, very emotional when it comes to this managerial team. Spalletti came to the club, a club that was struggling, and got top four for the club. Marotta came in. He didn't say, okay, because you have top four. He knew what he wanted. He wanted to a winner. And he looked around. Conte was available. Okay, now you want a winner, and you have an available coach in Conte. And you know, like, if you don't go for this guy, another person is going to go for this guy. He went to Conte. Okay, I want you at this club. This club has not won a league for the last 10 years. We want to win the league. And that was the first move he made. The moment he made that move, I said, yes, this is. Now you have a world-class manager and a world-class director of football. Once you solve these two problems, you've almost solved 70% of the problems of the club. That summer, what the Marotta did, he went to get the best Italian young player, like the best young Italian midfielder, the best young Italian centre back. This was where he bought Bastoni, he bought Barella, and he brought back Lukaku. So what he did with Bastoni and Barella, I'll explain. What he did with Bastoni and Barella was he wanted a core Italian, a core, very talented Italian as the core of the defense. That he knows, because Italian players, you have to understand that Italian players hardly go abroad. They hardly go abroad. So he doesn't want a player where he blows tomorrow, a big club comes in and says, I need to leave. He wants that, okay, even if other players are leaving, the core should be there. Barella, Bastoni. And then later he brought in Lukaku, who was Conte's signing. Then he brought in Hakimi. You see how very adventurous the transfer window was. Quality players. And then we went for the league. We didn't win the league the first season of Conte, but we were very close. We finished, I think, second. But you could see the improvement. You could see the difference between Conte and Spalletti. Spalletti is a good coach, don't worry. But there's a difference when you talk of Conte and Spalletti. And the second season, we went for Eriksen. He bought Eric. Okay, he bought some old players like Golding, experienced players, Golding. He bought who else did he even buy again? This guy in the left back, Perisic and all those things. Then later he bought this Eriksen. Yeah. Eriksen, I literally told people that Eriksen was the one who won the league for Conte. Because I remember that season.
Yep.
Yeah, Eriksen was the one who won the league. Because I remember
Yeah, it was a difference.
it was a difference. In moment, because Eriksen is not it's not a typical Conte type of player. You have to take it. Conte likes physical, strong, running, hardworking type of players, combative kind of midfielders. So when Eriksen came in, Eriksen was more of like a free deal, and Morata doesn't see good quality players for free and just throw it.
I'll just allow him go.
Never do that. So sometimes they buy these players and like, okay, it's free. Nothing can go wrong. We'll find how to fit you into the system. So when the first half of the season was not going well. The moment Eriksen came in and he played in that advanced midfield role, we went on like a very crazy, almost 12 out of 15 minutes straight wins, and that was how we won the league. Now, when we won the league, we won the league, but at what expense? We bought a lot of players, which we couldn't keep up with the financial fair play. So we reached out to Conte like, okay, you have a winning team, but we need to sell some of these players. We're going to sell between Lukaku or Hakimi. Conte said no, he doesn't want those players to leave. That if Inter starts selling, then there's no reason he has to be at the club, because Conte, you have to understand, Conte is a winner, so it's not someone that he wants to, okay, let me just do top four. So we had to pay Conte of about 7 million. We paid him off, and of all the managers in the league, even that period, people were saying Allegri, but Marotta literally looked around and said, now we have a situation where we don't have the finance, but we need to compete. Who among the managers in the league that never had the finance but were competing? And it was Lazio. Lazio don't have money, but even with that, if you go and read about Inzaghi with Lazio. They went to Champions League. They even went far. I think they defeated, was it Liverpool or what club in the Champions League? They went far. You won trophies with Lazio. This is a club that they don't even literally have no money to buy players. You understand? Or big transfer compared to Juventus, the Inter, the AC, and all that. So you went for Inzaghi. The only problem we had with Inzaghi was if he was ready or if he had the team in him to coach a top club, because in as much as you're a good coach at Lazio, Inter Milan is another different thing entirely. The first season, I still blame him. There were a lot of he was learning on the job. I won't say learning, he was more of like making some mistakes. There were some things he did that he wasn't I feel like now he's not going to make those mistakes, because this way you're talking about a big club. But the second season was where he understood. I think he understood the club better. He understood the players better, and that's how we won the league. Because one thing with Inzaghi, when he came into the club, he was playing very attacking football. So we were scoring and we were conceding a lot of goals. We were scoring, we were conceding, we were scoring, we were conceding. Because this has always been his pattern at Lazio. But you also have to understand that Lazio could afford to do that, because what we were fighting for probably was top four. But with Inter Milan, when you want to go for the league, you need a very strong defense. So probably he learned from that first season that, okay, we scored a lot of goals, but we also conceded a lot of goals. So what are we going to do? We need to work or maybe a little bit conserve. And he did that in the second season. And that was how we had the lowest goals conceded in one of the lowest goals conceded in European top leagues. And that was how we won the league last season. So
this season,
season
who,
is not
mm-hmm.
really, the funniest thing, I think Inter Milan has a very high standard right now based on going to the Champions League final and instinct and winning the league. Now, because of that, there is this high expectation. This season has not really been a bad season for us. The only match we've lost this season was against AC Milan. You understand? That's the only match so far we've lost. One match in the league so far. So it's not really a bad season. Right now, we are 3 points behind Napoli, but we have one outstanding game which we are going to play tomorrow, which is on Thursday. If we win, we are going to be on top of Napoli by goal difference.
Yeah.
The only difference now is because it's just more of like Napoli are really, really good this season, not Inter Milan really being bad this season. So this season is going to be, if Inter even wins the league this season, it's not going to be like last season when we used probably 13 or 15 point gap. It's going to be very, very, very close. Now we have like a worthy competitor. And when you watch Napoli are not really playing like very good football. It's just that Conte factor. You understand? You can see the Conte. Did you know that thing of like, we are not going to lose this game. We'll find a way to win.
Yep, Conte and Lukaku factor. Please don't forget my guy.
Funny enough, I don't think Lukaku has been really super for Napoli, to be honest.
Not super, but he's still doing his job.
Lukaku has dropped. Lukaku of Inter is different from Lukaku of Napoli. Probably due to his age, he's not getting younger anymore. And I won't be surprised if Napoli push him after this summer, because you sold Osimhen for Lukaku. It's a downgrade if you ask any Napoli fan right now. So
yeah. I mean, if they had Osimhen this season,
yeah.
Inter will be close.
Yeah. So the thing is,
Inter will be close.
Conte comes on social media. He has been on press conference. He has been complaining a lot that he doesn't have enough. That the club sells their best players, but they haven't brought the right quality to compete. That he's working with. Conte is always ranting. He's working with scraps. He says it out like working with scraps. But me, I know he's doing all those things so that tomorrow, if he doesn't win it, he'll tell you, "I told you so."
I tell you, yeah. No. I mean, so managers always find excuse for themselves. They never say they are bad. They never say, "Oh, I'm bad." No. They always find excuse. There's always something, and that's why I don't like when managers make excuses. You're making excuses. You're making it comfortable for the players to want to lose the game. if you say, "Oh, I don't have the machinery or the
You know,
the tools
the funniest.
to go in,"
I feel like
mm-hmm.
if the moment Inter go above Napoli with maybe like 3, 4 points, maybe Napoli will start dropping because whatever is pushing them is okay. We are top of the league. Let's maintain this lead. But if and they are doing way more than their capability. That's the truth, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because I saw that. I've
Oh,
been watching a few of their games, and I see that Napoli that won the league and the Napoli of this
now
season,
you
they're
need
not the same. They're not
pushing
the same.
way more than their capability. That's why I said it could be a
Mm,
factor. But I don't. Is this sustainable to the end of the season? We will know. Let's see.
So I have a question for you. So what are the chances? Let's say it's between you and Napoli, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Percentage wise, between both of you,
it's
out of 100%, what the percentage of you been winning the league?
for both.
Huh?
The chances for both people now is like right now is 50-50. Anybody can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
But you didn't sound like hold on. You know why I asked this question?
Mhm.
You were very bullish at the beginning of the season that we'll be Napoli, we'll be Conte.
Yeah.
So do you still feel that way?
I feel based on this, like I said just now, Napoli are doing way beyond their expectations, which I didn't expect
And
of this.
no, that's what I'm asking you. Do you change your mind? Do
Definitely on
you
this.
take that back? Huh?
Uh, I think okay. Will I take that back? I still feel like Inter Milan will win because probably I'm supporting Inter, but I also feel like it's not going to be that easy for us. Like last,
But wait. There's a context. I'm not. You know what I'm asking you?
am I still bullish about?
Yes.
No, of course. Napoli are at the top of the league. This is February.
So are you
So
taking
what
it
do you,
back? What you said? Are you taking it back?
that Napoli will not win the league?
You were like, who's Napoli? Because
No. Okay,
okay,
let me tell you.
hold on. Let me explain.
Let
Let me explain to
me
the
let me
people.
explain the context when I say it was Napoli. I will explain. You
Okay.
sold Osimhen for Lukaku.
Yeah.
That was a very big down, and this was a club that finished ninth last season.
Yep.
Then you are not selling one of your best players. You understand? Then then they also sold this other guy earlier too.
Syria.
Yeah. So I felt
But
like
wait. But this discussion was before Syria was sold
no,
though.
not even Crasilia, even without just the Osimhen. So I felt like moving from ninth to first is a very big move. They finished ninth last season. No? Yeah, maybe we tend to forget this thing. They finished ninth, so going
Yeah, but you know,
is very
but you know, this discussion was Conte. There's a Conte factor. That's why we're like,
yeah. Even
don't
with the
discount them.
okay, let me why I said why I didn't count discount. Even when Conte came to Inter Milan, he didn't win the league the first season. That was one of the things.
No, it
With the
didn't.
Conte,
Yeah.
he's not going.
Mm,
It's not guaranteed like okay, he must win the league every season. You understand?
mm.
Probably what I felt like with Conte, they'll finish top four. Then maybe from next season with the right signings and everything they will push. But Conte is trying. I know what Conte is trying to do. Me, I know. He knows that by now that he's doing that one match per week. Let me take this as it. Then when you go to Europe, you will not have the strength to play both European and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we know. So it's more of like telling the players now we get this advantage. Let's take advantage of this thing. No?
They have to win. They have to win this season. Because next season, I don't think they will do this well.
Next
I don't think
season,
so.
with the way the other clubs, AC Milan are trying to recruit, get back into their game and everything, it will be more difficult next season.
Mm. Okay. We've gone really far. So let's go. Let's come back to EPL. You like Arsenal. I know you like them.
Yeah.
Why do you think Arsenal deserve to win the league? Because you always say that, you want Arsenal to win the league. So tell me why Arsenal deserves to win the league.
For the last 3 or 4 years, Man City have won the league, right? And
Okay.
the club that had really been pushing them was Arsenal to a certain.
Mm-hmm.
But Man City is Man City. I remember the season, was it last season? Man City went on. They needed to win 10 straight games and they won the 10 straight game. Like, you guys crazy. Like, you should even lose, even draw one. Even though Arsenal was like,
They didn't draw.
they didn't,
They did not draw one.
any other club, they will draw one. That pressure of we need to win. They won the 10. So I felt like Arsenal were unlucky to just be at the period where they are in like really in good form. They're just unlucky to be playing alongside a very, very high quality Man City team. Because if you look at the points acquired 2 seasons ago and last season, you find that there's improvement in the point acquired. It means that in as much as they didn't win the league, they are pushing, like they are getting more points. You understand? They are getting points that on a normal season, another EPL this thing they might win the league. But you also understand that there was one season that Liverpool finished with 99 points or something, and they didn't win the league.
They didn't win the league.
Yeah. So
So
it's the quality of Man City. So this season, I just felt like when Man City started misbehaving, like, okay, this is the season for Arsenal. But fortunately, due to factors, because you guys can laugh at them at ref, but the ref has done a lot of crazy things with Arsenal this season. No?
oh wait, no. So I might be laughing, but now you want to get me serious. I do not accept that excuse.
Okay,
You watch United
I'll tell
games.
you why.
You watch United games. Hold on. Before you say why, you watch United games. You watch a lot of other APL games. You cannot tell me that this ref errors is only to Arsenal.
Now, that's the thing. That's my problem. Arsenal problem is not errors. There's a difference between when the ref make an error and there's a one thing when a ref make a decision which is tell you is right, but they're not consistent with that particular decision. I don't know if you get my point.
So you believe in this? Truly, you believe in this?
Believe what?
What you are just saying? What you are saying now?
Now, you came out beginning of the season and said if the ball is in play, you touch the ball, yellow card. But you did it with Arsenal. Fine, me, I don't have problem with it. If this is the new law you want to put into place, Arsenal were the first scapegoat, the first one, the second one. Okay, fantastic. But whereas all of a sudden now you're not being liberal or lenient with the consistency is not there. That's when you now start making Arsenal fans start to think like, okay, you guys are really happy. You understand? But of that moment, that was the rule. But
okay, Mamus,
into the rule.
I agree with you, Adam. I'm not fighting against that, but I'll paint you a picture. Something happened in the same game. It was against CTO. I can remember vividly. This guy collected yellow cards in front of the ref, Trossard, right? I was like, okay, excuse me, no. Why did you push the button? No problem. They now brought in his shoes, and I want that player. I can't remember the player. The same thing. They did the same thing. Come on now. Come on. This exact same situation. It's like they're taking the piece. I get it. I understand. But I want to accept the excuse that it's the ref that made them lose the league or ref is against
No,
them.
I'm not saying
Because
I'm not saying the ref is the one that is making them going to make them lose the league. Of course, the reason why they are losing the league to me, I think, is because they don't have a top nine, a proper striker.
yes, they don't have a top 9.
What I'm saying is that probably they'll be closer to Liverpool in terms of points with some of because a lot of I think especially in the beginning of the season they lost many games due to being 10 men down, which I feel like okay, they were not supposed to. You know, when you give red card, you're already putting players at the club at disadvantage. Yeah. There's a difference. It's better to disallow my goal than to put me red card. When you put red card, the chances of me winning that game is almost close to very, very low. So some of these if a 2 yellow you're giving and you all of a sudden you're not doing it with other clubs. This is the problem I have with EPRF consistency. But nevertheless, Liverpool have been very, very good this season. The only match they've lost this season is I think it's against
Nottingham Forest. Yeah.
That is the only match and we're in February already. So that's a league winning mentality. Like the fact that you've lost only one match by February, only one. So are Arsenal really playing bad? Let's ask ourselves the question. They're not bad. It's just that Liverpool are way better. Let me just put it that way. So it's not back to you are not going to win the league because you are playing bad. You're not going to win it because you are playing bad. You're going to not win the league because you have a very good Liverpool team. That's just it. Which probably yeah. And do you know the painful thing about it? This Liverpool team by next season they will not be able to play like this. But that time Man City will come.
Well, okay, but part of the thing is some of the situation you are the architect of your own misfortune. You went into the league into this season when it was glaring to everybody and their mother that you need a striker. Okay, let's say it happens, right? Okay, it didn't go, it didn't plan well. January now comes, you had the opportunity to sign a striker, which I know is difficult to do. Like, I'm not saying it's an easy task, but it happens. You need the striker. You now go ahead to go and sign a midfielder in the middle of the season, telling us that, oh, this midfielder is for next season. Like, are they serious? Is that a serious club? I know
Yeah,
United. I know they'll come
I,
and say United is
I
not
think
doing well.
I
You shouldn't be
think
talking.
that's beyond okay because they interviewed Arteta after this transfer window. He said like Arsenal don't want to sign a player just for signing sake. They are looking at the profile of the player. Is the player if something long term? So I and based on what I saw, probably they already have the kind of players they want or the particular player they want. But maybe that particular player is not going to be available in January. So instead of throwing money around on players that they don't need, that are available and they don't need. So they felt like, okay, maybe we just manage it to the end of the season. Which brings me back to another thing. If the club owners feel like we are not going to throw money in January, it means that they don't mind not winning the league. You have,
That's terrible.
yeah, you have to ask questions. Is Arsenal owners telling Arteta you must win the league?
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
You're
the
right.
thing you have to.
So okay.
Yeah,
So I said this in last episode. I said Arsenal is a very good team. They are very, very good. It is when you now expect greatness from them that they come short.
I feel
That's why you're doing
like I
yourself.
think like Arsenal.
And it happened today because we're expecting them to come back against Newcastle to show greatness, but they lacked in that
Sorry to say,
department.
I feel like
Mm.
if you the board target for Arteta, let's be honest. So far, based on what I'm seeing, is finish top four
Hmm.
and try to maybe just compete for. You don't need
Champions
to
League. Just compete
just compete.
for the title. Mm. Okay, that makes sense. Because you know what's funny? Next season, when they go into the transfer window and they want to sign any striker, they're not going to pay anything less than 100 million. Because everybody know that they need a striker. So Isak, if you go for Isak, they have to name they have to name the stadium after
They will not buy
what is
it.
it called?
They will not buy.
No,
See,
I'm
yeah.
even saying that if they want to go for him,
Okay.
if they who is there out there, like any striker that quote and unquote is quality for them, because obviously you don't want to buy a regular striker. If you want to win the league, you have to like go for it. You're going to spend a lot of money,
Like
which is
I said,
ridiculous.
like I said, Arsenal owners are Americans. Those guys
You're
are
right.
interested in trophies. Let's be honest.
You're right.
Even under
You're
Wenger
right.
self, they were never interested in trophies as long
You're
as
right.
it was the top four. So
Mm.
thing is, the funniest thing is whoever finished first and whoever finished fourth, the money is almost the same.
I'm on the same. Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
thing that
Yeah.
comes with finishing first is just that extra medal trophies. But if you cut
Yeah.
the financial aspect, it's almost the same.
Mm.
Maybe the difference of 5.
I think in EPL itself,
Yeah.
the financial gap between the first and the last self is very small. Because I
No,
know they did something
no,
that
that
they want to share the money as close.
your money. But when you qualify for Champions League, you get extra money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My
so
bad. Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking.
yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
extra top finishing top four and getting that extra money from Champions League makes it almost close to be the same. You understand? Because
Mm.
whoever finish first and whoever finish fourth gets almost the same amount of. You can even finish fourth in the league and get more money from Champions League. That's
Yes, that happened before. That
yeah,
happened
it
before.
happens a lot of time. So
Yeah.
when it comes financially, Ateta is doing the best possible job for the owners. Now, winning the league is for the fans, not for the owners, right now. So, unless the fans, Arsenal fans, maybe start doing like protest of saying, no, we don't want Ateta, we want a winner. If they are comfortable with Ateta, Ateta is not going anywhere unless he decides.
Oh no, of course now, of course now. They are made. It's a union made in heaven. They are together forever for a long time. I'm enjoying both of them. I'm enjoying both of them. Anyway, thank you for showing up today. We know it's already late
Yeah.
in Portugal. Please go out and celebrate Ronaldo on our behalf, on this podcast behalf,
Yeah.
and take pictures if you see. And we won't come home. We won't go home. Well, anyway,
So
thank you
Ronaldo is
for
40.
showing up. What's it?
Ronaldo is 40.
He's 40 now. He's
How
40.
do you think he's going to play next World Cup?
He wants to. He wants to. He wants to. I'm sure he will just be on the bench. Yeah. He'll be like a senior man on the bench, someone's father.
What
He wants to.
I'm right now, it's not a bench player right now for Portugal. He starts for
He's not now. He's not.
and some
Unfortunately, he's
and you
not.
might be thinking World Cup is far. World Cup is just next year. Just 1 year.
But just next year. Oh,
Yeah.
he can go.
He came
He
up.
can go.
His quality, his physique and everything. You'll be there. No worry.
He'll be there. I know he'll be there.
The only problem
Anyway,
I have with Portugal is their manager.
mm, I mean, they've always had that issue in the past how many
No,
years now?
the manager is no.
In the past 10 years, they've not had like solid things have not really fallen into place for them like that.
You know their manager
Anyway,
is right.
who? Huh?
Don't know, we know who their manager is right.
Wait, remind me again. Uh, remind me.
Their former Belgian manager, Martinez.
Mm, Martinez. That's true. Actually, his name came to my mind, but I was like, didn't they sack him?
No.
But yeah, and we'll see. We'll see if he does well because it talks a very good game. So we'll see if he can translate it to their football. We'll see. Mm. Anyway, thank you for, as I said earlier, thank you for coming to the best podcast in the world. Hopefully, we'll get you back one of these days. And for everyone that's gotten to this point, thank you for sticking with us and keeping us as number one football podcast in the world. Share with your friends, your enemies, share with the Arsenal fans because I've been accused of being extra biased against Arsenal, which is not my fault, but it just happens. But thank you very much and have a good night rest,
Yeah,
Mamus.
yeah, good night. All right.
Yeah.
Ciao.